Hello everyone, Maria here and welcome back to the channel. If you're starting as a virtual assistant, I know that one of the biggest challenges is to set up a portfolio without having any experience yet. The good news is that today I'm going to be showing you how to put together a good portfolio that can get you hired without having to put any projects on it yet. In this step-by-step tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create a portfolio that is going to highlight who you are, what you can do, what your skill sets are, aside from your past experience, because I know that a lot of you guys have experience working maybe corporate or different jobs that are not very familiar to what a virtual assistant would do. So without further ado, let's get started. So to create our portfolio, we are going to be using Canva. In today's video, I am going to be using the Pro version just because it has a lot of different items and things that I can use to make my portfolio a little bit more professional. If you guys don't have Canva yet, I'm going to leave a link down below that you can use so you can sign up to Canva and enjoy a lot of the cool features that the Pro version has. But if you're going to do it with the free version, that's totally fine. So I'm right here in Canva. The first thing that I'm going to do is open up the search bar that you see right here, and I'm going to type in portfolio websites. I'm going to click right here where it says templates, and this is going to show you all kinds of different templates that you can pick from, that you can use to create your own. Some of them are a little bit more fun than others. I would recommend that you pick one that is a little bit professional, that showcases your personality, of course, and that highlights what you want to reflect for a company or for a brand. So I'm simply going to scroll down until I find a portfolio that I like. Okay, once you pick your template, you're ready to go. Now it is time to start customizing your portfolio, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. So in the first page, I would recommend that you add, of course, your name, the title of the position that you want, which is virtual assistant, and we're going to add a picture as a background. So I'm going to use this picture of myself working using my computer, showcasing that I'm a virtual assistant. I'm going to right click on my mouse and I'm going to select replace background. Now this will automatically turn the page as if I am showing myself as the main character of this portfolio. You can also give your portfolio like a nice little quote that represents you. So for example, I'm going to be using this one, turning organizations into real success. And I'm going to change the text color to something that stands out a little bit more, maybe this, and I'm going to add it right here to the right. If you want to make the text a little bit bigger, you can simply drag out the corners of your text. And I think this is a great first page. We're going to take it slow with this portfolio. Since we're just getting started as VAs, we don't want to overdo it. We want a small portfolio that is going to show the brand or the company who we are and what we can do for them. So in the second slide, what we're going to do is just add a brief introduction of who we are, what we like to do, what makes us stand out, and why we are a great fit to be a virtual assistant. So for example, I added this little paragraph, which is I am a virtual assistant with experience providing remote administrative support and customer service. Now remember, here you're going to add what it is that you want to do as a virtual assistant, because remember that not all virtual assistants do the exact same thing. You can be a virtual assistant that specializes in marketing and finances and customer service. If you don't know what type of virtual assistant you want to work as, what you can do is ask ChatGPT about all the different types of virtual assistants that there are. Trust me, there are going to be so many out there, and pick the one that represents you, the one that makes you passionate, the one that you enjoy, and that's going to be pretty much the industry that I feel like it's going to be best for you in this career. So then I go on to say my goal is to help professionals and businesses optimize their time and increase productivity. So yeah, this little paragraph is simply going to be who you are, what you can do, and how you can do it. And also a great tip that I can give you is to give the end result. So my goal is to help professionals. So talk about that. Talk about what it is that you want to do for businesses, what you want to do for those professionals that are going to hire you as their virtual assistant. In this second page, I'm going to add another picture of myself. So I'm going to select this picture. Let me see if I can erase something from this picture. I'm going to erase this that is on my wall and I don't like. So I simply use the magic eraser option. I think you do have to have Canva Pro to use this feature, but that's just a really great tip that I can give you guys, and it's awesome. Okay, now we're going to move on to our services. So once you pick the type of virtual assistant that you want to be, you need to understand the type of services that that virtual assistant offers. So for example, since in this example, we're going to talk about customer support, there are different things that a customer support virtual assistant can do. So for example, I added email management, calendar management, and social media management. But trust me, there are a bunch of different tasks that you can do. And the best way for you to know that is to maybe ask ChatGPT or to do some research online about the different types of virtual assistants and the kind of services that they do. Of course, try to add services that you want to do. It's very important that we add in here the types of things that we know how to do. Even though you don't have as much experience as a virtual assistant, I'm sure that you have talents that you can showcase on this little page where we're going to talk about services. Now here you can also give a little explanation of what you can do. So for example, email management, which means inbox organization, email response, appointment scheduling, and reminders. Here you can add a small picture. So maybe let's go to elements and search for email icon, and we can add this little email icon right here. So can make it a little bit smaller. Then let's add calendar. So I'm just customizing my little portfolio because remember that we want to stand out. Companies can receive a bunch of different portfolios a day. So if yours doesn't stand out, well, chances are we're not going to make it and we're not going to get the job that we want. So using only one page to talk about your services is probably not going to be enough. That's why I'm going to create a second page where I'm going to talk about other services that I can do. I would recommend that you add at least 6 services that you're comfortable doing. That way, the person that is reviewing your portfolio knows that you have experience or that at least you're trying to get into the field of customer service, or in this case, administrative support or research data and collection. And that is because since we don't have any past projects to add onto our portfolio, we need to be very specific about services or different things that we can do so that way our portfolio doesn't look empty. Our next page is going to be about different tools that we know how to use. In your past jobs or in your free time, I know that you probably learned how to use different tools, and that's exactly what we're going to add in here. For example, if you love social media and you use TikTok and Instagram every single day, that is an important tool that you can add to your portfolio, and that can make you a social media manager. So go ahead and add those icons. I have Google Workspace because most of us use Google for our calendars, for our Drive, for our emails. So you can also add Google Workspace there. You can also add Canva, which is the tool that we're using now. So go ahead and add all those tools that you know how to use and also that you think that business owners need help with. So for example, if I want to become a social media manager, I know for a fact that the business that is going to hire me needs me to know how to use TikTok, maybe Instagram, maybe WordPress, Notion. So do your research and add all those little tools right there. You can download the little logo from Google and add it into your page by tapping on uploads. We're almost done with our portfolio. In this last page, I want you to talk about positive aspects about yourself. So if you're a creative person, if you're a leader, if you like to be, I don't know, proactive, any type of qualities that you have, it's important that we add it somewhere in our portfolio. So I added it like this. Of course, you're free to add it however you want to. And then we can also add another picture of yourself. I'm adding this little fun picture of me working with my matcha, saying that I'm creative, that I'm constantly learning and staying up to date with new technologies and tools to provide you with the best high quality service. This is going to be kind of like our goodbye page where we're going to talk about all those qualities that we have and that can take the company that is wanting to hire us to the next level. I added this picture of myself. I want to make it a little bit bigger and I want to change the color of this background. So I'm going to simply click on it and I'm going to select this color right here just because I think it's a little bit more fun. And that's it, you guys. In this last page, we're going to add our contact information. This is the most important important page and the one where you need to be very careful. I would recommend that you add your email, your contact number, and also the link to your Upwork or to your LinkedIn. If you're using Upwork to find a job as a virtual assistant, I would go ahead and add the link right there. Or if you're using LinkedIn, you can also add the link to your page. So that way they can know a little bit more about yourself. And a great tip that I can give you is to also be active on those pages, to be constantly posting information about yourself on LinkedIn or Upwork, to be updating your portfolio and your past jobs. That way, when clients go to your page, they don't see absolutely nothing, but they see who you are and why hiring you would be a great idea for them. All right, you guys, I know that building a VA portfolio without experience can be a little bit of a challenge, but we're trying to show real potential here. We don't want to show perfection. Clients want to see that you're organized, that you're reliable, and that you're clear about the services that you want to offer. So that's exactly what we want to show on our portfolio. Of course, over time, you will start adding client testimonials, some of your work, and your portfolio is going to begin to grow, and hopefully you will begin to grow as a virtual assistant as well. What matters the most is taking action and having something to show even if you don't have any experience yet. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and to subscribe to the channel. This channel is dedicated to helping you in your entrepreneurial journey. And if you want to become a virtual assistant, trust me, you're going to find so many different resources in our channel that can help you succeed. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.